clubs, if you support Anadolu Efes or Fenerbahce in Turkey, or Damaris is watching today and his teams in Greece like Olympiacos and
European teams. All of those guys over there very proud.
As a matter of fact,
we saw this
just made one. This might be their first two-point attempt here as Musa looks for Eddie Tavares inside, and the former Atlanta Hawks and Cleveland Cavaliers player Tavares 7-3 from Cape Verde. Oh, here we go. From
living,
yep,
if you would, in the pick and roll with Luka Doncic and now Kyrie Irving.
Mavericks got back on defense, and Yabusele had the shot blocked. Third three for Luka.
Proper way to roll. You know, they're pick and roll guys and they're pick and pop guys. Tyson, I think we would agree that he was more of a
lot more blocking shots, rebounding. It's all things they're going to have to get better at.
Well, guys, just a moment ago, you saw Luka go out of the game. Tim Hardaway's come in, and by all reports that we received, again, approximately just after 1 o'clock Central Time, the 4 minutes and 53 seconds that he out of Luka today in this game is the 5 minutes that we just saw.
You really got to give Luka a lot of credit for gutting it out through what is obviously something that doesn't look super comfortable at the moment for him, and he would hate to not.
Tyson Chandler, he picks up things very quickly, and you see the connection.
And their hands, if you would. If they have good hands, you saw Luka lob it up. He was able to go up, not bring it down, put it in, and just his instinct.
Had a 5-year NBA career with Orlando, Portland, and New York. Hardaway looking to answer with a 3 for the Mavericks includes Seth Curry, Josh Green, Hardaway, Maxi Kleber's into the game. Kleber's got some familiarity playing in Spain. He's Eli Njai, number 30, is coming to the game, by the way, a very promising. There's some really intriguing young talent on this Real Madrid team. So number 30 you see in the corner over by Kleber is just 19 years old, already played in the semifinals and the finals a few minutes. Okay, so let's delve into that a little bit more. We found out this news. Dwight
Players have the IQ that Luka Doncic has. I mean, just some of the shots that he's made in clutch situations. I remember Portland vividly.
Sometimes there can be some technical gremlins when we're half a world apart from each other. We are working on getting a better audio connection for the three-point line. 2 previous stints with Dallas, both of them have gone very well. As Lively dunks it home. It was a WWE body slam that occurred with Yabusele and Exum. Now, of course,
sports, it's best to move on.
Well, and Dante, returning to the NBA game, talked about the fact that it is so much more physical playing over
practice that the Mavericks have been able to have on this trip, because when they were in Abu Dhabi, they had the 2 games up, but there isn't a formal practice again until the 16th, and it's not just Luka. They have to assess Kyrie Irving as well. Kyrie would have only wanted to play this game because obviously this is the Luka Doncic homecoming game, but Abu Dhabi was the league's priority. The Mavs are one of the 2 teams there, melody at home, so it's kind of interesting to see that. And you know, since both you and I are huge soccer fans, yes, seeing Toni Kroos and Thibaut Courtois here.
Person, though, were you even blown away by, you know, the Luka love fest? And, you know,
anytime he's been in public is just absolute glee, even in spite of this cap strain that's limited his.
Winding this first half down, and a first half we're after a great start. So we'll address that whenever those individuals get into the game a little bit later on. We haven't seen Olivier Maxence Prosper yet. I would assume we'll see him here. This is the guy that got it started, though, for Real Madrid. Sergio Llull hit 3 straight threes to open the game.
Continues to knock down threes, but, you know,
with Exum challenging a shot that, or Derek Jones Jr. challenging a shot that John and Musa missed, and there's Jones for a rebound. His name hasn't come up in our conversation today. And as he just takes it to the back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Talking about
BJJ. I'd like a little more of that, please.
There is Lively with the strength of Hazonia. There you go. Again, Sergio Llull is a legend, an absolute legend at Real Madrid.
And we're also laser focused on the NBA, and it is the best basketball in the world. But people will tell you Real Madrid is not the minor leagues. As you said earlier on, Mark.
Each played in November on Tuesdays and Fridays that count as regular season games. And then 8 teams move on to a knockout stage. The 22 teams that don't go to the knockout stage will then have 2
to get used to it. And the bottom line, look, is you have to be on your game. at the start of the season in a tournament, an in-season tournament. You got to be playing your best basketball in order to be successful.
You know, Dana, I think to Devin's point, I think when you look at if you looked at the Mavs schedule and you counted which games, alley-oop, Exum, and that is a steal by Real Madrid, but Hardaway got it right back. Season play will be the home opener on Friday night, October 27th, against the Brooklyn Nets, as nobody put trades and uncertainty and players moving, specifically as it relates to Seth Curry coming back here, right?
Yeah, Harp was talking about a trade. Devin speaks about trades over his career, and Seth Curry, you know, really has had a lot to say about it. He's on his 8th team and 9 seasons.
Dexter Dennis, and they find Poirier on the alley-oop.
Great catch.
Great pass. So far this year, he's averaging 11.
Here's the cutaway of Luka.
I guarantee he's over there laughing at Rudy launching from the blindfold line.
That's excellent. Yeah.
The basket.
Yes.
Because we were moving into an era where you had to be able to shoot threes. And when he got back and when he got healthy, I just don't think he showed enough.
I wonder, too, Devin, it's pretty unusual to have 2 rookies, you know, in the same draft class like these two are, where they've literally been attached at the hip, you know, since draft night and coming to Dallas and workouts in the offseason and living together. How might that help both of them, you know, sort of acclimate to this new NBA life?
When they're both going through it together and, you know, they're learning.
And Devin and I talked before we came on the air about Lively as a starter. One thing I know for sure.
And then took over the position on a full-time basis after that. Here's Lawson for 3. That's a yes.
To Madrid than it does to the Mavericks, and they're playing like it.
And the individuals who are on the floor to close out the game is also very indicative of that as well. As Olivier Maxence Prosper also for 3.
Oh,
Wow.
my goodness. Wow.
20 points for Campasso, 6 boards, 8 assists as well.